I went from losing 40,000 on parlays to profiting 65,000 in 180 days. And during that entire journey, I found 7 mistakes that I was making every single day that was bleeding my bankroll. I wish I would have known these earlier because they would have saved me years of losses and money I'd never get back. These mistakes will cost you your bankroll, your time, and your chance at ever turning betting into real income. And most bettors are making all 7 right now without even realizing it. The second I fixed these, everything changed. My hit rate didn't change, my picks didn't get better, but my profits went up because I stopped doing the things that were sabotaging me. So lock in, because if you're making even 3 of these mistakes, you're leaving money on the table every single day. YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Dez. I'm imdesTV, the best TV, and we back with a bang. I said we back with a banger. Hey man, if you clicked on the video, you see the thumbnail in the title, then you already know what's going on, man. Today I'm gonna be giving y'all 7 mistakes that's keeping sports bettors broke. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like on the video, and without further ado, we're gonna get straight into it. Now, the very first mistake that I see a lot of people making and a lot of sports bettors making every single day is they're not running consistent unit sizes. You're betting random amounts based on how confident you feel that day. $50 on one play, $500 on the next because you feel really good about it. That's not a system, that's emotional gambling. And here's what happens when you do that. You go 3 out of 5 but still lose money because you sized up the losses and sized down the wins. Let's say on all those wins you put $50 on, but both of those losses you put $500 on. See, now you down for the day. And I'll be telling y'all, bro, if you want to use sports betting to replace your job or your real income, you have to use bankroll management. The rule is to bet 1 to 5% of your bankroll on each play every single day. And your bankroll is what you can afford to lose, not rent money, not bill money, not your car payment, not money you need to survive throughout the week, none of that. Once I started running consistent units, I stopped nuking my bankroll on plays I thought were locks. Now, next up, for mistake number 2, is you're focusing too much on parlays. Some of y'all be betting parlays like it's your primary vehicle, like it's that car that you drive every single day. You try to use parlays to get you from point A to point B, and that's not how this works. And I get it, you know, every day you chasing parlays because you just want that big payout. You keep chasing those big wins. I did the same thing and I was actually successful at first. I built my bankroll to $40,000 all on parlays. No straight bets involved. But then I ended up losing it all because I kept losing by one leg. Now, if that sounds like you, let me get it. You caught me in the comment section. And don't try to hide, bro, because I know a lot of y'all been going through that. That's something that every sports bettor goes through. But at some point, you have to hit that mindset shift and realize, man, I keep losing by one. Let me just play straight bets. Because let me tell y'all one thing about a parlay. It forces you to be perfect. You can be right 3 out of 4 times on a parlay and still lose everything. A 4-leg parlay cashes about 20% of the time, even with good picks. And I wasn't losing because I couldn't pick games. The structure of the bet was designed for me to lose. Those parlays that y'all keep chasing every single day, those are literally traps. That's what the sports books want you to do. They're not making most of their money from straight bettors. They're making their money from parlay bettors. People who want to put in lotto slips every day, who keep trying to flip $5 into $500. But straight bets flip the equation. One thing has to happen, and that's it. Straight bets also build bankroll. Once I switched to straight bets, my profits went up, even though my bets stayed the same. So lock in. Now, mistake number 3, you're following random handicappers that you don't even know. A lot of y'all be betting on the wrong games and trusting the wrong people. You're on Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, just grabbing plays from random people. And some of y'all will even go on Google and look up MLB top plays for the day or NBA top plays for the day. You're not doing nothing but just seeing what side the public is on if you do that. But what you do is you see a play with hype and a fire emoji and you just throw money on it. Let me tell you one thing, bro. When you take bets from a random handicapper, you don't know their research. You don't know how many hours they put into the research. You don't know if they even did research, and you don't know if they're profitable long term. Most handicappers force plays because they need content. They're guessing and hoping at the same time. I used to tell random handicappers and wonder why I kept losing. They were guessing too. If a handicapper never shows you their losses, or they're always like, yo, I'm 25-0 my last 25 plays, or I'm 35-0 my last 35 plays, that's a red flag, because everybody loses. Even the best sports bettors lose. It's inevitable. It's a part of the game. I show my losses in my chat, and most handicappers won't because it kills their credibility. Either learn how to research yourself or follow somebody who's transparent with their full track record. Now, the next mistake, number 4, is you're betting on too many games every single day. You see a 10-game slate and you try to bet on all of them, and you don't have an edge on every single game because nobody does. The more games you bet, the more you're spreading yourself thin. I used to force action on every game just because games were on and my hit rate was terrible. But once I started picking 3 to 4 games max, games that I had a real edge on, my profits went up. Quality beats quantity every single time, and sometimes the best play is no play. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down because I'm giving y'all some real game right now. And also, this kind of goes along with this, but you want to make sure that you're scheduling your games out. You should never be betting on 2 games that's going on at the same time unless you have a real edge on both of them and you like the spot. That's why I be telling y'all in my chat, like, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, we be missing out on opportunity, but I mean, not really, but I hate giving out 2 plays at the same time, 2 plays that's going on at the same exact time, because what if I end up losing both of them? Now I start the day 0-2. You feel what I'm saying? But if I play a 1 o'clock game, win or lose, then I play a 3 o'clock game, I got a chance to get my get back at 3. And then also, like, I actually be watching the games that I'm giving y'all, so I'm not finna bet on 2 1 o'clock games. How am I gonna watch both of them at the same time? I'm not going, nobody in this world can multitask, you feel me? Like, that's a proven fact. And when I give out a play, I want all my focus on that play until the play is over, and then we move on to the next game. Hey, that's just how I roll. And look, y'all, fixing these mistakes is step 1. But if you want to turn this into a real income, you need a system that protects your bankroll and compounds your profits every single month. That's why for the first time, I'm hosting a free masterclass on May 20th that took me from going broke off sports betting to constantly making 10K or more every single month. So save your spot. The link is in the description. Now, the next section is all about discipline. These next 3 mistakes I'm gonna give y'all is why sports bettors give back everything that they win. Which brings me to mistake number 5. You're betting with your emotions. You're placing bets when you're desperate, hyped up, or trying to win back losses. The sports books, they want you to bet emotionally because that's when you make the dumbest decisions. You lose 500 and you immediately bet back 1,000 trying to get it all back. Now you're down 1,500. Or you win 1,000, you get hyped up and you place 3 more bets. And now you done gave it all back by the end of the night. The moment I started treating every bet like a business decision, I stopped bleeding money. If you just took a loss, step away. Don't bet again until you're calm and you're back in your right mindset. If you just won big, don't bet again that day. Lock in your profits, pay yourself, and come back harder the next day. Which brings me to my next mistake. Number 6, you never withdraw your profits. You're up 5,000 this week, but you leave it all in your FanDuel account. And I get it, you trying to turn that 5K to 10,000 or 15,000 or even 20,000. So you keep betting bigger, and eventually you hit a red week and you give it all back. But the fix to this is every winning week, at least draw 50% of profits. You're securing the win so red weeks don't erase everything. And most bettors, they never do this. That's why they're always broke, even when it looks like they're winning. And this is one thing that I like to do just so I can make sure I'm paying myself and I'm actually making money long term. But let's say, for example, at the beginning of the week on Monday, I deposit $500 into the app, right? And by Wednesday, I've been locked in, you feel me? And I ran my bankroll all the way up to 1,200. Now I got 1,200 sitting in my FanDuel. What I like to do is I'll pay myself that entire profit. So I'm paying myself $700, so I get my $500 back plus the $200 that I profited. And I still got $500 in my FanDuel for the rest of the week. That way you're actually paying yourself. And let's say after I take out that $700, I run it all the way back to like 1,000, and then it's Sunday. On Sunday night, I'm withdrawing another $500. Now I just came up 1,200, and I still got $500 in my FanDuel account to bet with for the next week. So y'all definitely want to make sure that y'all are paying yourselves so y'all can actually see profit long term. That's how you become a winning sports bettor. Now the last mistake, number 7, might be one of the biggest ones, so make sure you pay attention. But you think that you're due for a win. You lost 5 bets in a row, so you think the 6th bet is more likely to hit. And now you doubling down, you upping your unit size just to chase back all those losses. And that's not how probability works. Every bet is independent. Just because you had a coin and you flipped heads 10 times does not mean the next flip is gonna land on tails. I used to think I was due after losing streaks, so I would bet bigger. And that's how I ended up going broke. And if you're on a winning streak, don't assume that it's gonna go on forever. It's ups and downs with this sports betting shit, bro. Don't get too high when you're winning and don't get too low when you're losing. Cause it can't rain forever, but also what goes up must come down. Law of averages evens out long term, but short term you can stay red for weeks. So stop betting like the sports books owe you a win just because you've been losing. Every play stands on its own. These 7 mistakes kept me broke for years, but once I fixed them, everything started to shift. But fixing mistakes is only half of the game. There's a difference between not losing and actually winning consistently. In the free masterclass on the 20th, I'm gonna be walking y'all through exactly what I do to stay consistently profitable throughout the year. So if you're serious about betting, click the link in the description, sign up for the live, and I'll see y'all there. But it's your boy Dez, I'm imdesTV, the best TV, and we out.
I ran it up. up, I had to get it. Feeling want no option, had to change up my decision. I don't want no problems, but I go crazy over binges. If I started, I'ma finish. No, I got complete the mission.